Like, I know she would want to wear it, and it does look pretty grand on her. But I don't know that it's not good for her build at all. She's not about being obscured. She's a tank. I'll let her wear it because it makes her happy. Or it makes her Shadowheart's equivalent of happy. Dark Justiciar helmet. Magical durability. +1 bonus to saving throws against spells. Covert critical while obscured. Reduce critical. Reduce the number needed to roll a critical. Adorned in a fanned coronet of spear-tip points. Its mask fixed with stiff-lipped intent. This helmet evokes a frightful, almost alien aspect that gestures to Shar. For she is strange and terrible, which is why people love her, right? Because she's strange and terrible. Preaching about how everybody's going to die alone and should be grateful for that. Alright, how'd you look with... Oh my god, that looks awful. What do I mean? I mean you can barely speak in it, Shadowheart. No, you can't speak perfectly fine. What do you want about? You want to wear it while we're in here? Sure. I mean, this is increasingly feeling like the child being like, can I wear the cape home? Sure you can. If that's what you want to do. Shall we go dye it? Let's go dye it, because that'll look good. You want to wear the gauntlets as well? Oh, for God's sake, Shadowheart. Fine. Fine. Cosplay as a Dark Justiciar if that's what you want to do. There you go, Shadowheart. Nicely in your colours. Do you feel happier now? You want to dye the shield as well. Fine. Does adamantine even die? Guess we're going to find out. It does not. Well, we tried, and that's the important thing, Shadowheart. We tried to dye the shield a broody colour for you. Isn't that nice? Don't give me that look. I'm indulging you. Don't give me that look because I said I'm indulging you. Let's just move on, shall we? Do you feel edgy enough now, Shadowheart? Don't give me the silent treatment because I'm being condescending. Or is it that you just can't speak in that helmet? Honestly, who knows?
Still breathing, despite everything.
Okay.
Breathe deep.
Let's get on with this bollockry then, shall we? Are we taking the book? Don't stand in the black tentacles, Karlach. Bloody hell. So I think that is the whole area explored now. I don't see any obvious extra paths. I think I went up into that corner. And that's the way out. Okay. I guess I'm headed to back up to the central bit. I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about this at all. But I don't really see any alternatives. I suppose this is the same anxiousness I felt when Lae'zel was about to have her do or die moment, because I genuinely thought she was going to betray and kill us all. Here, I think either I'm going to enable one of my companions to devote herself completely to an incredibly evil goddess who very, very, very openly is like, there is no good in this world, love is a lie, you're all going to die alone and I hate you for it. Or, she's going to have like a complete mental breakdown. Or, and this is the one I'm hoping for of the various terrible options, she is going to confront some truth from her past and is somehow going to come to the conclusion. Because I think the difference with Lae'zel was Eve was put in the driving seat for that. Like, she turned to Lae'zel and Lae'zel was like, look, I'm trusting you here. And Eve was like, okay, your goddess is lying to you. Funny how that goes around in this group. And Lae'zel was like, I don't really believe you, but I'm going to go with you because I said I would. With Shadowheart, I can't see a reason for me to be put in the driving seat. I think she would believe me if I was, because she said that she doesn't merely like me, you know, there is no one like me in the world she's ever known, I'm the biggest influence on her life she's ever encountered apart from, you know, that goddess that she loves so bloody much. So I think if anyone was going to turn her against her goddess that she actually genuinely loves, as much as you can when the goddess is like, love doesn't exist, I'm the one who could do it. I'm stalling. I am going to have to go sleep because I'm not going any further forward when we're all bloody half health.
Shar's blessings upon you.
Yeah, quite. Let's talk.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did.
Never have.
And never will again.
Okay. I just wanted to check we were still, you know, super close bezies and all before I tell you to forsake your goddess. Just asking for a friend. Hey, Lae'zel. You still annoyed about me telling you to abandon your goddess? God, imagine if I went home after my long adventures and my mother's like, what did you get up to? And I say, well, I had these two friends, Lae'zel and Shadowheart, and I convinced them both to abandon their goddesses that they've served their entire lives. You fucking what?
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
He's in a weirdly good mood. What do you intend to do about Cazador's ritual?
Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble, a little reclusive perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure.
That giant gothic monstrosity that's been inhabited by has been inhabited by vampires this entire time. Oh, that's a great thing to say. I don't know that I see her as a Baldurian kind of person, but it might be safe to run. We could ask around the city. Raphael's playing a dangerous game, giving you Mephistopheles' secrets. Maybe. That giant gothic monstrosity's been inhabited by vampires this whole time?
I know. Subtle, isn't it?
We should ask around once in the city. Maybe someone's heard something.
I hope so. Because I'm not striking another deal with Raphael. Knows what he'd demand this time. But if the citizens of Baldur's Gate don't know anything, my brothers and sisters might. Cazador is a master of secrets, but the other spawn must have seen something.
Interesting. How's he doing? What do you think of me? He is still neutral.
I could go for a good
Karlach is very good, happy and easily convinced.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Bloody hell, Shadowheart likes me more than my girlfriend does. Take a nice little rest before we go and face Shadowheart's fate. I can't say I'm really looking forward to this. There are too many ways it could go wrong, I think. And I'm very surprised she can kneel down in all that. The helmet, like, is it just me who thinks the helmet looks absolutely stupid? Like, the halo, I guess the point is that when the head is bowed, the halo is pointed up. But the rest of the time it just looks really weird and silly. Anyway, let's get on with this. Okay. Guess we're all going on to the big Doom disc. What happens if we go... Well, how do we... Oh, can we only use the one traversal gem?
That disc is moving. Might
The
be
disc we're
useful
on?
to navigate this place.
Oh, fancy. Yeah, imagine. That's a very good idea, Eve. We should use that disc that we're standing on and using to get around. It's weird that the right-hand thing took us down, and that one takes us up. Interesting. Okay. Oh, there's another plaque.
Here goes nothing.
Spill the blood of Selûne and rise a warrior of Shar.
Oh, God. I'm curious. Can you be a follower of Selûne or Shar when you create a cleric character? Because that... I think I checked and you can't be a follower of Shar. But I vaguely recall you can be a follower of Selûne. That could make this really awkward. God, I'm compulsively saving because I'm bloody terrified of what's going to happen here. I mean, I suppose, if I'm being brutally honest, worst case scenario, Shadowheart turns against us. No, alright, that's not the worst case scenario. Who am I kidding? The worst case scenario is that she doesn't and that she fully embraces this and just follows us around for the rest of the game going, I'm the chosen of Shar. I'm a dark Justiciar. You know that I think love is evil and that darkness is great and that we should turn out every light we encounter, and if your mother ever encounters me, she's probably going to burn me as a heretic. That is why I'm not dating Shadowheart. Two new journal entries. Venture into the inner sanctum. We've surmounted all the trials and cleared the way to the inner sanctum. Shadowheart is now very close to proving herself to Shar and becoming Dark Justiciar. We should accompany her downwards. The path to the inner sanctum is open. The relic lies just ahead. Slay the Night Song. Hang on. Yeah, here we are. Find the Night Song. Ketheric Thorm has sent his trusted servant Balthazar to the Thorm Mausoleum to retrieve the Night Song. The Night Song must be within. And the thing said, use the Spear of Night to slay the Night Song. Yeah, here we are. If Shar allows this, use this spear to kill Night Song. Implying Night Song is a person. The relic that gives Ketheric Thorm his immortality is a person, is a living thing. Oh my god, this place is really kind of pretty. And if it's a living thing, the Night Song is a living thing. Like, I'd say it's a mistranslation, but it's all in English, you know?
Swift as my feet can carry me.
I don't understand where this is taking me. Yeah, alright, you lead the way, Shadowheart.
Onward then.
It's your moment. Music's pretty cool. Ooh, waypoint. Have I discovered it? Oh, there's a waypoint there. Why would I need to return here?
Where initiates undertook their final preparations.
Oh!
The end is near.
It's a blood... You go to the Shadowfell in this game? Oh my god, that's incredible! Gift of mercy, gift of secrets, gift of darkness.
Deliver the Night Mother's mercy upon her enemies.
Do not falter now. One
Alright, that...
test awaits. Descend to the Night Song. Make a sacrifice. Rise again. A dark Justiciar.
Almost there. I will not fail you, my lady.
Okay. I don't know a great deal about the Shadowfell. I've not really looked into the alternate sort of planes in D&D because I think the base ones are a bit silly and weird. But from the little I do know of the Shadowfell, it's to do with undeath and dead spirits and is like a dark reflection of the real world, or the material plane rather. What if we encounter the spirits of Shadowheart's parents in there, and they're what she needs to slay? They're the Selûnite she needs to slay. I don't know why I did air quotes that you couldn't see, because there was no air quotes. I think that her parents were Selûnites, and that she's going to have to slay their spirits, banishing them into the Everdarkness or whatever, in order to take her place as a Dark Justiciar. And I think that's how we find out that they're Selûnites, basically.
Trust your secrets to the night. Shroud yourself in blackest night.
Okay, anything in the room worth taking? False Spear of Night, interesting. 2 to 12. 3 to 13. Okay, I was about to say that does more damage than the Spear of Night does. It does not. Okay. Alright. Sure. I did not see this coming at all. What do you mean you can't reach it?
This must be the last step. I need to pray. Only by Lady Shar's grace did we even make it this far.
Exited out. Shadowheart, there'll be time to pray. Use the power of the parasite. Feel inside her mind. I don't really want to do that. But Eve has two things going on here with that option. For a start, she's a little bit more open to the concept of using it. Particularly as she sort of did earlier today. The second thing is she does not at all trust Lady Shar, and she wants to try and steer Shadowheart away. So I'm going to use the power of the parasite. Wisdom 16. Imagine if I got guidance from... No, okay, I'm going to use own luck and guidance. 22.
You feel your mind slip into Shadowheart's. But you are not the only one present. There is another. Ancient, commanding, rendered from purest darkness. Shar.
Take my spear, step forward, and strike down the Selûnite.
As you command, Night Singer.
Now go. Warm
Oh,
my
she-
blade with moon-crazed blood.
Fair.
And be wary of your companion. She tries in your thoughts.
I mean, I do.
That wasn't for you to hear!
I deserve to know what I'm getting myself into. I'm sorry. Whatever you think you're going to do in there, forget it. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
Yes, you could have. Don't pretend otherwise.
Oh. I deserve to know what I'm getting myself into.
It's simple. My Lady Shar demands a sacrifice. One life. Not that it matters, but her reward aligns with your own interests.
In what way, I ask? One life is too high a price, really? How many people have I murdered? How many people have I murdered because I was angry? Yeah, I'm not going to say that. Alright, fine. Let's move on.
Just remember what I said. Let me do what I need to.
Well, that was a bit ominous. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have spied. But at the same time, Eve is really, really getting a bad feeling from this.
Your party is gathered. You are ready. Or so you hope.
The state of the region could change and some active quests may become unavailable. I'm going to have to look this up. Okay, I looked up which quests are blocked off if I enter the Shadowfell. Turns out, ones I want to do. So, I'm sorry to bring you to the edge and then turn away, but Shadowheart, we have other shit to do, and we cannot be doing this right now. Yeah, I'm going to have to ask you to get dressed in proper clothing that is useful to our cause. Look, you can put your cosplay in your bag, and we'll deal with it later. I'm sorry, Shadowheart. I fully intended to go through with this in one way or another. However, I would have intended to go through with it. But no, we've got stuff to do. Ooh, Elixir of Battle Mage's Power sounds good. Drink to increase the effectiveness of your spells. 3 Arcane Acuity, which increases spell attack rolls and spell DC by 1 per thing. So I will take that, because that'll be really useful in a pinch. I'll also take a potion of speed, because they're pretty good. All of your healing potions, both Revivify scrolls. That's a little tempting. Shade Clinger Armor, while obscured, advantage on saving throws, compared to while obscured +3 to stealth, because it also gives a +1. So it's effectively reduces stealth by 2, but gives advantage on saving throws. I think I might go with that. Bloody hell, Bull's Strength, increase your strength by 2. Wow. I mean, there's clothing in it based on the description. A garment worn by a monk implies it is for a monk. Is that worth it for her? No, it's going to reduce her armor class by 5. I might see how that is on her. Yan T Scale Mail, though, that's pretty damn cool. Indigo, that's one of the dyes I'm missing. Alright, I'll take all of that.
Take care now.
Thank you. So how is he in the new armor? It's less stylish, but I think it does suit him in a more subtle way. And AC is the same. The difference being it gives him advantage on saving throws, which I think is more important because he already has a freakishly high stealth. Yeah, he already has a plus 12 to stealth, so the additional plus 2 is unlikely to tip it over the line, you know? And I'm going to take both the Yuan-Ti Scale Mail and the Mighty Cloth. I'm going to see which is good, and then reload. See if either actually...
What a charmer.
It's a shame you can't like see what the AC effect is without equipping it. So the Mighty Cloth increases strength by 2, which is already 18, increases it up to 20. Looks really quite badass on her. Reduces her AC by 2. Okay, that's actually not as bad, considering she's going from medium to cloth. I think that's because it gives her full dex. It can't be, though, because she doesn't have that higher dex. I don't know, but that only reduces it by 2, which is pretty good. The Yuan-Ti adds your full dex modifier. Doesn't increase it at all, because her dex, again, is not that high. So the additional effects is +1 to initiative, and no disadvantage on stealth, or less slashing damage and +1 to dex saves and checks. So I actually think the dex saves and checks is better than the 1 to initiative and the stealth thing, because Carlite doesn't stealth. The Mighty Cloth, however, bloody hell! Wow, look at the weight capacity difference. Freaking doubles her weight capacity because she gains 2 extra strength. Fucking hell. What does that do to the damage? 3 to 16? Or 10 to 20... Hang on. It does 10 to 23 damage currently. With the Mighty Cloth, that is increased to 11 to 24. Yeah, no, that does make sense. It's an extra +1. Is that worth it? Is that worth it to decrease her? I don't know that it is. Like, it's very impressive to have Karlach the Barbarian with 20 strength, but mechanically, doesn't make much of a difference. All it does, because strength saves and checks are so rare, all it does is increases her melee damage by 1. That is the only benefit it has, and I use her as a tank. Damn, I actually think she is genuinely better off in just the chain shirt +2. It's a shame, because they are both very nice looking things on her. That one in particular has a very sort of I fought in the Hells barbarian type vibe to it. But no, I'm going to stick with this one because the role I have her in is as a tank, and that is served best when she's wearing high AC armor. Ah, Elixir of Battle Mage Power Recipe unlocked. That's the one I just bought for like 300 gold. I'll make another one of them. There we go. I've gone for a green look this time. You felt like mixing it up a bit. You didn't want to just go black and red, which looked incredibly like Dark Brotherhood from Elder Scrolls, frankly, when it was black and red. So this is nice. Also, while I'm here, I think I'm going to mix up the party bit. We've had a lot of Shadowheart. Frankly, more Shadowheart than I can take right now, so I'm going to switch in Gale. And also, I might give Karlach a rest as well, because she's been getting a lot of play lately, so I think I'll swap in Lae'zel as well. But I may tire of Lae'zel quickly, just to warn you. I've got like 8,000 gold, so I'm going to teach Gale some new spells. Blink. Cloud of Daggers. Crown of Madness. Dimension Door. Feign Death. Gust of Wind. Invisibility. I can't see the others. Vampiric Touch. Remove Curse. Already knows Minor Elemental. Interesting. And whatever this one is. Sleet Storm. I can't learn these because they are still too high level for the guy. And now I can level them both up. And I'll know that he's not gaining a spell that I could have taught him by a scroll. Wizard level 8. Gain 2 spells. New feat available. Level 4 spell slot, so he might have unlocked those ones I couldn't do before. I'm sorry, summon Beholderkin? Yeah? Obviously I'm taking that one. Bloody hell. Arcane Lock. What possible use could that have in this game? And something's telling me to take Otaluk's Resilience Sphere. I just think that could be interesting. I've slightly adjusted the spells he has, so he now has Polymorph and Beholderkin. I'm really curious about that. I think it's, again, the boring option. I'm going to go with +2 intelligence, because that would increase his spell modifier, his spell save DC, his spell attack rolls, basically everything he uses. Intelligence is the most possibly incredibly important thing for a wizard. Lae'zel. A new feat. Do you get anything at this level? I'm thinking Sentinel. When an enemy within melee range attacks an ally, use your reaction to make a weapon attack. You gain advantage on opportunity attacks, and when you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, it can no longer move. That's just really useful, I think. Vengeance. Snare. Opportunity advantage. Yeah. I think that's a good fit for her build. Like Karlach, she's built like a tank in the trap. A tank trap. Lae'zel the tank trap. And as it's been a little while, is there any stuff that I want to swap out? Cruel Sting has a higher damage. A Githyanki crossbow is a straight upgrade on the light crossbow she's currently carrying. It just has higher damage because it's a heavy instead of a light crossbow. Oh yeah, I've remembered why I've given her the Defender Flail rather than something, because I've got a couple of weapons that have higher damage. It's because of the +1 to armor class, giving her an AC of 21. Because yeah, I've got multiple weapons that do more damage, but having her have that just little extra AC, because unlike like a plus to stealth checks or something like that, which tend to have wildly fluctuating DCs that you're trying to hit, and with all the other bonuses you can give them, an extra 1 to AC can make a lot of difference. Also, I've got 2 things of plate armor here, because I found one and took it off a corpse, I think, and I don't know where I got the other. Neither are helpful, because Lae'zel uses the adamantine stuff. So I will take one of these for selling, and keep one in stock. She's currently got the glowing shield, but I think I'll swap in the safeguard shield instead. Once per short rest, if you're below 50% hit points, take damage, gain 8 temporary. Like, that's nice and all, but 8 isn't a lot. And that, I don't know if that scales or anything, but +1 to saving throws, that could be helpful. That could stop her taking damage. Or at least, drastically reduce it, probably more than 8. I'm going to take his Ring of Colour Spray off and give him the Ring of Shadows instead, though, because I don't see what use Colour Spray has anymore. Oh, I can give him the Braces of Defense, though. That increases AC up to 13. I could give Lae'zel the Wondrous Gloves to increase her AC to 22, whereas the Growling Underdog gives her advantage on melee when surrounded by 2 or more foes. With Sentinel, I think she's going to get surrounded more, so I'll stick with this. Okay, that was a lot of meta-faffing around. Took bloody ages, but always does when at this stage of the game I've got so many magic items and I have to compare like each one individually, basically. But that is enough Baldur's Gate 3 for today. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more board games, card games, miniatures, and TTRPGs kind of like this as I continue the overworld adventure. And I will catch you later.